Shimmery Eyes, the movie. Hi again, I'm Ryan, your host for The Toast, and we're here to talk about Suicide Squad, a movie so branded and stylized that even the IMAX title sequence was Suicide Squad themed. In fact, every intro and logo into this was Suicide Squad themed. Gotta hand it to their marketing. So the Suicide Squad are a band of DC villains that are pulled out of prison to do dangerous missions for the government. So the story in this is mainly the team coming together and a lot of backstories. There's not actually much of a story at all, apart from Alex Mercer wrecking the city. Seriously, the plot in this movie is so loose. It's something about saving the world, but it's never actually defined. But the flaw is with the writing and not with the acting. This film is all about the characters, so let's break it down. Let's start with Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. The hard-as-nails government badass. She sells Task Force X, or Suicide Squad, to the government in no time at all. Not just putting bombs in their necks, I mean, this lady is cold. We got Rick Flag, played by Joel Kinnaman. Government lackey leading the team. In other words, a douche. I can't stand this guy. We got Will Smith as Deadshot, or as I like to call him, Quipshot. He definitely brings the star power to this film, but fortunately isn't forced to carry the film. Will Smith is the funny guy. He's kind of like a half straight man, half comedian. He works fine when whatever he's in, and in this one is no exception. Although I don't understand why they give him this white mask that looks like a deflated soccer ball. I mean, it just doesn't get used. It's on screen for maybe 2 minutes. I think that would obscure his vision. I mean, he's supposed to be a sharpshooter, but really? We got Killer Croc, played by Adewale Akinoi Agbaj, Mr. Echo from Lost. This guy's makeup was fantastic. I mean, you can't even tell it's Adewale underneath that makeup. But I do wish he was bigger. I like a bigger Killer Croc, but I'm just happy to see him get put on screen. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang. Actually not bad. He did not have much screen time, but out of all the characters, he made the best use of it. Seriously, you know more about this character in the few little jokey scenes that he had than anybody else. Granted, he's a very one-dimensional character, but they don't all need tragic backstories. I honestly think he was the smartest, most practical one of the group. You got Katana, played by Karen Fukuhara. Now, I love the design of this outfit. I think it was the perfect blend of classic comic to modern practical. We got Slipknot, no one cares. Cara Delevingne playing Enchantress, or the ghost from Lights Out. I found her the most interesting and definitely the most impactful for the DC universe. She's an ancient sorceress possessing an archaeologist. What more do you want? Diablo! Probably the most apologetic and good bad guy of the whole group. He's the fire guy with so much remorse that he doesn't actually want to be a part of this, and he's kind of reformed already. He does suffer from the classic kind of, I don't want to fight. Violence isn't the answer. Your friends are in danger. Okay, I'll fight. Harley Quinn. Now, I am drooling over Margot Robbie as much as the next guy. She was actually really poorly written. She was not given anything interesting to do other than be displayed on screen to titilize. This is a character that peaked really early in the books, and since then the modern world has kind of molded her into this hot topic wet dream. I mean, every single line of hers, you knew it was coming, that you got to a quiet moment thinking, oh, this is going to be a Harley dialogue scene. There it is. She's supposed to be crazy and unexpected and fun, and this was not it. This is not a fault on Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie is great, but she was not giving any meaty dialogue to work with. The writing, it's all about the writing. Harley, the best iteration of Harley, was not a slut. She was a clown. Some people find clowns sexy, some people find clowns scary. I'm not gonna judge. And her booty shorts, I swear that wedgie went further up her butt after every single scene. And finally, Jared Leto as Joker. I appreciate the attempt, but no. Now granted, this gangster-style Joker does fit with the modern pantheon, but he shouldn't have to fit. He's the Joker! Not threatening, not funny, definitely not crazy, not the Joker. Although I do like the costume changes, at least that was dynamic. Now as you can tell, this movie is very character heavy. I mean, they spend like half the movie trying to get these characters together and telling them the backstory. Even when they're about to go on the mission, they get on the helicopter ready to go, and all of a sudden they squeeze in Katana. They're like, oh no, we got one more character for you. And because there are so many, this movie is full of pointless moments to showcase every character instead of meaningful story moments. All these moments are just piecemealed together, making no room for a plot. Seriously, it's the most basic plot you can get. It's like when you eat a hamburger and you've got this, it looks huge, it looks big and meaty, all these characters and whatnot. Then you take a bite and you realize all you've got is bun and dressing, and the meat, the plot is just like a little tiny patty at the edge of the bun. Suicide Squad is 90% characters and 10% plot. Maybe 5% plot and 5% DC references, cameos, and name-dropping Gotham City. And still, it felt like a ton of stuff was cut. A lot of the good stuff from the trailers are not in this movie, especially in the bar scene, the only moment where we get some meaningful character interaction. We were also teased with a kick-ass soundtrack, which is not made use of. A few snippets here and there at best. You really do feel like they're trying to emulate Guardians of the Galaxy with the kooky characters and the kick-ass soundtrack. But unfortunately, it didn't work. Also, I am so tired of giant CG super weapons in the middle of a city. This is like the third one this year. And where are the heroes in this? This movie has enough cameos to prove that they are out there, but they are no-shows. Like I said, this movie is more about characters and ideas rather than story. And although there is fun to be had here, it is pretty generic and lackluster and relies too heavily on effects and an already established fan base for these two. I had high hopes for Suicide Squad, but I've gotta give it a beans on toast, disguised as jam on toast. You're really hoping for one thing, but got another. And yes, this has a direct sequel connection to Dawn of Justice, so they really are hammering home the point that this is a franchise. I do like the fact that this movie gave screen time to a bunch of very unlikely characters that we'd never see in a movie otherwise. They'd be stuck in the CW world forever if not for this movie. Also, the big monstery thing, I can't give too much away, but it has really bad aim. Yeah, it has to have bad aim, because if they wipe out the heroes, there'd be no story. But there already is no story. All I can say without giving too much away is there is a post-credit scene with a certain someone who really does show his love for Marvel movies. Anyway, if you want to see more from me, click away, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers! If you like me mug, it's got Harley Quinn on it. I got this mug about 6 months ago because I knew I'd be doing a Suicide Squad review and I wanted something DC themed. And I do like Harley Quinn. I like the Jester outfit, and I am glad the Jester outfit got a little cameo in this movie.